Hey y'all, welcome back to a new video. So today, I am actually going to be working on my fireplace. I have this like vision in mind of what I want. I just hope that it can all come together nicely. So I'm actually going to start with part one. My husband is going to be installing the reset behind the TV, which we never did that. We ended up just making a trap door temporarily because I wasn't 100% positive the fireplace was going to stay, but we do love it. And he's going to go ahead and install a permanent reset behind the TV, and then I'm gonna start working on redoing the actual fireplace itself, but I have to wait for him to put that in first before I can do it. That way he's not like drilling into my freshly redone fireplace. So I have to run to Lowe's. I need to get some like stucco to put over the fireplace, and also I'm gonna grab some 2x4s and take a look at cabinets because I'm gonna do a cabinet on either side. So I'm gonna see if I can find any on sale today. Like every now and then there'll be like a scratch or dent on one of them and they'll mark it down, and I don't mind, so I'm gonna look and see if they have any of that. But anyway, let's go get what we need. This color would be so pretty in the house, wouldn't it? That's what I want. I know. I like this one down here too. That one's expensive though. This one? This light colored one. Alright, so I got my little spackling knives. I got new ones because I like the plastic much better than the metal. Huh? I thought you said something. Okay. I got a sponge. Got my texture stuff here. I got Drano too because we have a clogged drain and we have a dirty table. Don't mind it. And I got this, which my husband said it's not really going to work. So I'll return that. The brand I'm using for the texture is the Homax. This you can find at Lowe's, Home Depot, and I believe Walmart even carries it. But this is a roll-on texture. This is the sand finish, so it has like a texture, like gritty texture to it. And this is supposed to just give you a decorative wall finish, so like a knockdown, or like you could even do like a popcorn look. Really just depends on how you apply it. So I got my little compound stuff. I put a little bit of paint in it just to kind of give it a little bit of a color. And I'm gonna practice in a hidden area first. So let's just see what happens.
Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright.
At this point, as you can see, my husband went ahead and installed that new reset, so now all the cords from the TV will be hidden, which is so nice. I'm super thankful for that. And now I'm going to go ahead and go in with this texture all over the fireplace. Now, in a YouTube short that I recently shared showing a sneak peek, and I posted it on Instagram as well, a lot of you were asking why I decided to cover the brick. And there's really no major explanation other than the fact that my style is changing, and I do think that the brick is holding me back from the style that I really want to go for, which is more on the organic modern side, and I feel like this brick is just kind of holding me back from that. You'll see what I'm talking about when the whole thing is done. It'll all make sense, I promise. Trust me, it's coming together, and I cannot wait for you to see the final result. Well, kind of the final result. It's oh, you guys, I'm so excited. I can't even talk, I get so excited. But yeah, I just wanted to try something new. I like the look of a stone fireplace much more than the faux brick. So yeah, that's the reason I decided to change it. Now, with this texture, you have to kind of work light-handed because it is so smooth. If you scrape too hard, the texture does come off. By the way, this particular texture will work perfect on a already smooth finish. But if you have a surface like I'm using here with the brick, you definitely have to do more and more layers, and I will explain kind of like a mishap that I had in just a moment.
That's nice.
Oh, okay. All right, so it's coming together really nicely. I love the look of it. Much more than the brick. It just looks cleaner. I cannot wait to get the bookcases done now because, oh my gosh, it's looking good. It's looking good. What you think, Zoe? You like it? I love it.
I think that I'm going to hiding somewhere by a gated star. Baby, they ain't never gonna find me. I'm a renegade. I could be the one who saved you from this hard place. We could be as one and we'll escape. We could run away, we don't gotta stay. I can feel it, it burns inside me. Take away the pain, we can go insane. I can feel it, it burns inside me. We could run away, we don't gotta stay. I can feel it, it burns inside me. Take away the pain, we can go insane. Trust me, I won't let you down. I won't let you down.
Now, as it's drying, I am noticing that it is soaking in the same way it did up at the ranch house when I use the same product. Hold on, let me get the brightness down. So you can see a little bit of the brick lines right there. Y'all see that? So what I'm gonna do is just go over those areas that are really noticeable. I did it up here in the corner to where you couldn't tell that it was brick at one point. But I love it. Love it. Good morning. It is now Friday. No. Today's Monday. It's Monday. I worked on the fireplace on Friday and Saturday. And I want to show you how it's looking so far. But before I do want to go ahead and tell you a few little things that I'm having issues with. So I'm definitely having cracking. Cracking has been horrible on this for some reason compared to what it looked like at the ranch. If y'all didn't see it yet, I already did a makeover up there. And I used a similar product on a wall to try to mask the plywood. And it worked really well. It just kind of soaked in a lot, so it needed multiple layers. Well, this time I was like, you know what? I'll go in with a bigger, heavier layer, and hopefully it'll hide more of the brick. And while it worked, and it looks great, you can still see a few brick lines I need to fix. And like I said, we're having cracking. So I'm gonna turn the lights on and show you guys up close. But not to worry, everything can be fixed. I mean, it looks a little rough. I messed up. I thought I was being smart, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna add paint to it. Don't recommend. I think the paint is what caused it to crack. I am having a whole lot of cracking going on, and I did not have this issue up at the property. There was like no cracks in it. There's a lot of cracks in this one, and the difference is I used paint mixed in it, and I didn't use paint up at the ranch. So right here, see how this texture's here? I love this, love it. And I also really love the look up here where it's textured but yet smooth too. So I'm gonna kind of play with both of them all throughout the whole fireplace, because I have to do another coat because you can definitely see the brick lines coming through. But it's looking good. I'm really, really excited about this because it already looks so different in here with all that discoloration being covered. And at this point I realized I probably could have just gotten away with painting the brick, but I don't know, I like the stone look better. I really want texture that looks like you pulled stone right out of like an old house and you put it on the wall. Like, that's what I want. So I just arrived at Home Depot. My battery's about to die. Darn it! I didn't bring a new one either. I'm at Home Depot to get cabinets, so that's what I'm here for. I'll film the rest of it on my phone, but hopefully they're helpful, because last time I came they were not so nice. And I was like, I'm never coming back here again. Not because of the Home Depot, it's because of like the crew members. Every store is different. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So hopefully we got some new people. It's been about 6-7 months since I've came here, so hopefully I can get some good help this morning. Y'all, they're having a meeting, and so there's no one to help me get the cabinets down. They're having an 8 o'clock meeting at the front of the store. Like, y'all are open. Y'all should have had the meeting before the store opened. People have things to do. Okay, well the day turned around. I got a cabinet for $50 because it was broken. I bought a broken cabinet, but I don't care. It's in the back and you can't even tell that it's broken. But they marked it down $50. I only paid $50. That's a great deal. And they were super helpful after the fact. I ended up having to go up front because no one came to the back when I told you they were having a meeting. I sat there and waited for like 10 minutes and no one was coming. So I walked back up to the front and the guy saw me come up there for the second time and he was like, someone didn't come back there and help you. And I'm like, no, the guy told me I had to wait till y'all's meeting was over. I said, but it's taking a long time. And she wasn't even halfway done. She was talking away. But anyway, he came back there and helped me, which was nice. And I got him out of his meeting, which I'm sure he was happy about. So it's a win. I only got one cabinet though, because they said they had 5 and they did not. So we'll just have to work with what I got until more come in stock. You know, it's just part of the process. So anyway, I'm out of breath. And the guy was so nice that loaded it in the truck. He saw me walking out. He's like, do you want me to help you? And I'm like, sure, I'll take your help. So anyway, now I gotta figure out how to get out of here. But let's go home and get the cabinet in place and see how she looks. I cannot believe I got it for $50. That's such a good deal. So.
We could have the world to ourselves.
Just want to tell you as it looks.
To a place that's far, staring at the stars for hours. 'Cause you're a renegade. I could be the one who saved you from this place. We could be as one.
Y'all, why are these cabinets not the same height? You gotta be kidding me! Okay. I had a dilemma. Today's not my day. I've had like a day. I'm telling you already, it's okay. It's fine. We're gonna make this day better. So the cabinets don't fit, but it's okay. I have a solution. I'm actually just gonna use the 1-door cabinets instead because I really want a cabinet at the bottom. The reason for this is because storage. Storage is so important in a small home like ours, and as much as I love decor, I would rather have half storage, half, you know, cute stuff like decor and stuff. And I love the look of the cabinets. Let me put it back over here to kind of give you guys a visual. I think it's gonna look so freaking good. I'm so excited. Okay. So imagine, cabinet here, bookcases going up, background being a wood color like this. So it's gonna actually sit like this here. All right, so the plan is to have bottom cabinets, this backing, this wood back. I love the way it looks. And then it will be obviously encased with shelving that's nice and thick with nice trim. And I'm gonna go not quite to the ceiling, only because I feel like if I go to the ceiling, it's gonna be too heavy. I wanna have a little bit of difference between the fireplace and the bookcases. So I'm gonna kind of stop mine about this much from the ceiling. Oh my gosh, I love it. Love it already. I'm so darn excited. I don't know. What do you want? That is my finger. Oh, I just need some loving, that's all. I just want some loving. I just want some love. Jumping back into the fireplace texture, I am now using stucco. So this was a win. It was very messy. It is very thick, but it did exactly what I was looking for. It gave me that stone thick texture, and highly recommend. It's a lot more expensive than the other stuff that I was using because it comes in a smaller container, but I feel like it spread really well, and I was able to do the whole fireplace using one small container, but I literally used every single bit. Okay, the whole fireplace has been textured at this point. Now I'm gonna take a wet sponge and rub off like all of the extra. So I got a bowl here and just a wet sponge, and I'm basically just gonna go like this to smooth it out. It's going to get rid of all those big marks. And we're going very, very light-handed on this. Just very light. So the sponge worked like a charm at smoothing out the edges, and especially on the corners of the fireplace, because originally when we used the brick paneling, you could see where the two lines met up and it looked really cheap, especially up front. So what I did was I went heavier on the texture on the side and then took that wet sponge and really like rounded off the edges. You can't see it now because I did it kind of like once it started drying a little bit, but I'll show you guys on the final reveal. You'll see up close how everything is rounded and it looks a lot more natural and not so like pieced together. It's exactly what I wanted. I'm gonna let it dry for now and then just kind of like play around with it, smooth it out with the sponge here and there. But look at it. It's textured. It's what I want. There's a few spots I'm noticing that I'm gonna have to hit with the sponge, but oh my gosh, it looks like a stone fireplace. I'm freaking obsessed. I love it. Like, look, this area right here is drying really good. Check it out. Oh my gosh. I know it's kind of hard to see like how it's gonna look because it's kind of wet and dry at the same time, but y'all, it's coming together. So I can't really do much while I wait for the cabinetry. So I'm just gonna work on cleaning up. I don't feel like they're gonna be ready anytime soon either, which is really a bummer. But I do have to take off the baseboard, so I made a mess. But not to worry, it all comes off. Alright, so Lowe's just emailed me and said the order is ready, so I'm gonna go grab that. Right here I was trying to play around with height, like how high up I'm going with the bookcases, which I feel like I'm gonna stop where the top of the wood is up there. Just because I feel like that's plenty big enough for the bookcases. I like that. I'm also trying to debate whether or not I'm going to use the Target bookcases to do this or if I'm going to just build my own. I don't know what to do. Hey y'all, so yesterday was a crap show. Literally. I ended up having to just stop. I just stopped completely and I was like back to the drawing board. I texted my husband, I called him and I'm like, I can't figure this out. And he's like, you'll figure it out, you always do. So I decided to just take, you know, a break for a little bit, and I actually got up this morning and returned all the cabinets except for one, just because this one I got on clearance and it was really dumb to return it when I only got it for 50 bucks. So I returned the other cabinetry because it was full price, and I exchanged it for all the materials to build a cabinet on either side and a bookcase from scratch. And I've never done this before, so that's going to be a whole video in itself, so stay tuned for that. I'm not going to include it in this video just because this one's already getting pretty long and I know it's going to take me a while, so instead of like waiting to post this video, I figured I'd go ahead and get it up. It'll help me out too in between, you know, like working, because it's hard. It is so hard to get a whole project done and post it in one video. It's hard to do. So I hope you guys don't mind. Don't hate me. But I gotta do what works best for me. I have other responsibilities other than just YouTube, so I gotta, like, you know, spread my time out. But anyway, I love the fireplace so far. You can kind of see an idea here of what I'm going for, and I'm gonna get started on building this cabinet today. and share that whole process with you in a separate video. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Let me know what you think so far, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, y'all.